Okay, so I've always kind of hated that whole like video opening thing where the YouTuber says, "Oh, I don't want to make this video, but here it is." But I actually do kind of hate making this video. I'm a fan of Watchmen. I love the graphic novel. I even really like the movie, even all the little flaws that it has. So when HBO announced this show, I was hype as all fuck. I was like, how the hell can they ruin this show? Even after Game of Thrones. But regardless, I could not have been more hyped. And then we got the first episode. So I just want to say this straight up though, it's obviously the first episode. This could easily become a fantastic show. But because of these things though that are going on in the first episode, it really just make me concerned for the rest of the series. Okay, so first off, we have what I would like to call a very pointless scene about the Tulsa riot in 1921. Yeah, I do understand it does set up some of the themes that they do want to go into, but they do not reference this scene whatsoever in the rest of the episode. So it really just feels like that's rather pointless. And after that opening, then we get into... Okay, so there are quite a few questions I have going in, like, as far as this episode goes. Why are all cops wearing yellow masks, and why are they not allowed to pull out their guns when they need to pull them, unless, they call their supervisor? And also, why is... I'm going to assume Rorschach now has a cult around him, and his cult are a bunch of white supremacists? Why? I mean, he's always seemed to me like he was more, like, cynical and a nihilist. Not exactly a racist, so why? Also, wasn't there legislation stating that superheroes were not allowed to be around? Why are superheroes now working with the police now? Also, Jeremy Irons as Ozymandias. Perfect casting, by the way, but what he does is just... I can really only describe it as cringe. Yeah, I don't know what else to say outside of that. It's just Luke drinking alien tit milk levels of cringe. Now, this kind of goes into one big major issue that this episode has. World building, or should I say the lack thereof world building. I would honestly say just straight up, they really do nothing whatsoever to set up the world, or at least explain what has happened in between the original story and now. Like, nothing. I cannot think of a single thing whatsoever that they do to really explain anything, and it's kind of the job of the first episode of a show to set the stage, set what is needed to be done, what the story is going to be, or things of that nature. Like, for example, Game of Thrones episode 1. Obviously the show sucked in its finale, but we're just going to talk about the first episode and how amazing of an episode that was. They explained basically everything that we need to know about the political structure of Westeros, and also that there is a looming supernatural threat coming their way, on top of also the backstory of things such as Robert's Rebellion. Or I believe that was the first episode, I'm not 100%, but you get the idea though, that they basically just tell us what we need to know. Or in my personal favorite show, Firefly, they do a very good job of establishing that there was once a galactic civil war that has happened where the Galactic Alliance beat the rebels, and now most of the former rebels are now basically Han Solo style smugglers. And there is also a looming existential threat with the Reavers. You get my idea? They do what they need to do to establish what has happened before so the audience knows what is going on in the world, so we can get invested easily into what is currently happening at this given moment. Okay, so when I say all this, I'm not saying the show is bad right now. At least from a technical standpoint, it's amazing, and I'm at least interested to see where our new lead goes. But at the same time, though, just having your opening be virtually pointless and awful world building on top of making a fan favorite beloved character just be kind of cringe throughout the episode. I don't know, I'm kind of scratching my head. I'm hoping it's good. I will be watching the rest of the show, and yeah, no, I'm just hoping for the best here, guys. But yeah, later. Peace out.